And we're live on the interweb. The court is closed to the general public. I'll start it off with that. Unprecedented because although there has been individual courts, I just ate a donut, to put decorum orders in place, this is going to affect like the true crime community, right? In a way that is such a small, meaningless, meaningful, like not really that big of an effect when we talk about the effects of other things we are going to see over the course of the next few months. But I was reading some of the new court orders from both the Teller County Courthouse, the El Paso County Courthouse, and basically, if you are not directly related to a case, you're not a victim, family of a victim, a family of a defendant. If you're basically just general public that wants to observe the courts, which is a constitutionally protected right. We have a constitutionally protected right to an open court to the public, open to the public. And it is no longer open to the public because of the virus. This isn't some sort of, this is simply an effect of this virus quarantine stuff. And so it's interesting how it will affect going forward, because once some things get put into procedure, they could flip the switch on just changing the rules altogether. And so it'll be interesting to see how the court system is affected, right? There's like some things, like there are going to be trials that are this is a legitimate concern right now. There are trials that are supposed to be set for right now, and because those trials can't be set, they're coming up on what they call speedy trial, so that you're right for a speedy trial. And if you go over that date and you haven't waived your right, they can't force you to waive your right. And if you don't waive your right to a speedy trial, there's a possibility that there will be guys that are guilty. There'll be guys that are murderers and rapists and child molesters. There will be people that will walk free if they are unable to have a proper and fair court, simply on the loophole of a speedy trial, violating the right of a speedy trial. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Well, they shouldn't have court if it can't be open to the public. Some people agree on that. And some people, I like my sweatshirt too. So Woodland Park. Came from the Woodland Park Gear Lab, one of my favorite hoodies. Some people think they should be canceling court. You know what? The reason I was looking into the divorce thing today, and that was one of the things I was going to go down to the court and slide in and see what was going on during this divorce hearing, if Tisha was going to be there. But the court order on the website says no general public. Like, if you are not directed, I don't know what they're doing with media. I don't know how they're allowing what's happening with media, but they were not allowing general public to go in. So this is a never ever before place. Like, this isn't a time to try to go test the boundaries of these rules. I promise you that. If you're like, oh, you should get down there and nuh-uh. This is not the moment to test boundaries of enacted rules, laws, policies, because they just soon throw you in jail then if you're going to try to test the boundaries. So this is just not if you're one of those audit the auditors, audit America people, I would suggest to you that this is not the time to go test the boundaries of the limits that are being laid forth by the CDC. So, what is the definition of a speedy trial? So a speedy trial is the time length after you've been arraigned. Once you are arraigned on charges, which means you have pled guilty or not guilty, in the state of Colorado, they have I think 90 days to get you. I think it could be 190 days. It's not 190 days. I think it's 90 days. Speedy trial deadline in Colorado. 180 days, speedy trial rule. So county and district courts work under 180 days of speedy trial rule from the moment they arraign you on charges of stuff. So once they read you your charges and you plead not guilty, that they have 180 days to take you to court. And so, although like this probably is not going to affect Letitia Stock because they haven't even arraigned her yet, right? They've only had first hearing. They haven't made a decision this hasn't been a formal arraignment. And so it probably won't affect her because they're going to put some stuff out now. They can just postpone and it doesn't affect speedy trial if the arraignment hasn't happened. So she's like dead time in jail. But there are trials that are coming up on speedy trial, and it'll be interesting to see how the court plays out. See if the court tries to do something unprecedented and say, oh, well, this is unprecedented. We're going to violate the guy's right to speedy trial or the girl's right to speedy trial because of this virus. Yeah, it might play, right? But this is an unprecedented thing. And so there are going to be a lot of things being set up right now because of this. And so does anyone know I can file something in court for custody if they are closed? I don't think the courts are closed. So this isn't closed if you have business at the court, right? But your business can't be. Maybe it can be if you say I'm business. This is a business of me covering the court case. They would have to maybe. I don't know. If you have business at the courthouse, the court is still open. What I have read as far as the way I understand it, I made a phone call. I could probably make a phone call right now. We could call El Paso County Courts and you guys could hear it. See what they say. Let's see what the court proceedings are right now.
Welcome to the El Paso County Combined Courts, located in beautiful downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. The El Paso County Combined Courts operating hours are 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. each business day. However, the clerk's office located in room S101 for filing of new cases or documents is only open until 4:30 p.m. each business day. For additional information, you may visit us on the web at www.courts.state.co.us. That's www.courts.state.co.us. In just a moment, a judicial assistant will be available to assist you. Please be advised that calls may be monitored or recorded. To expedite your call, please select from the following.
Please be advised.
If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. If you would like to reach a division and you know the division number or letter assigned to your case, press 1. To speak with a member of the financial services team, press 2. If you have questions regarding a jury summons or would like to speak to a judicial assistant in the jury commissioner's office, press 3. To speak with a probation officer or someone from the probation department, press 4. For assistance with probate matters, press 5. For questions regarding assistance with pro se e-filing, press 6. To speak with a judicial assistant in the clerk's office or for all other calls, press 7. The next available judicial assistant will... Thank you for calling El Paso County Combined Court. All of our agents are busy assisting other customers. Your call will be answered in the order received.
What do you think my wait time is? We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll just ask him if there's any special decorum orders for upcoming trials right now with the general public. From what I've read online, I'm going to go to the El Paso County Court docket real quick. And
Court. All of our agents are busy.
Courthouse or probation. If you've been diagnosed, if you have direct contact with anyone diagnosed, if you're experiencing fever, cough, shortness of breath, if you're not party to an active case or subpoenaed witness, an alleged victim in any case where... Hello? Hey, I was calling to find out what right now is the decorum for the court right now. If we were following a case or we're reporting on a case, what is the decorum going on right now with this virus stuff?
At this point, we are still up and running for business. We are just deterring people that are like family, friends, not to come in. People that don't have any court business, just not to come into the building. But they are up and running for business. Our records research department recently shut down.
Okay, you're up and running for business, but you're just, are you? Is it a rule that you're not letting the general public in, like even to view court cases and stuff, or are you just asking that?
Right. Yeah, we have a security at the front door that if they don't have any business here, then to just wait outside or wait in the car for the individual who does have court business.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so it's on the fourth one on their website. If you are not party to an active case, a subpoenaed witness, an alleged victim in any case, or an attorney, do not come into the courthouse. So it's straight up, don't come to the courthouse. So it really is going to close down. It'll be interesting to see if anybody reports tonight. Like, this would be an exclusive if you snuck into the courthouse and got an exclusive view, but you risk, I mean, they're going to turn you away. I've made the phone call. I've read the deals. So it'll be interesting to see how these things play out. I ain't going. I have no desire to test the limits of places we've never been. Like, we've never been here. This is unprecedented. They're turning. So basically they've closed the courthouse to the public unless you have specific business, which is interesting because, yeah, it'll just be interesting how it plays out. Nobody's going to argue it because of the situation, right? You're not going down there and pressing the limits right now because they'll just be like, Homeland Security, CDC, throw his ass in jail. Boom, boom, boom. Over with. So it's over there. She just looked. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I think the divorce court is tomorrow, but it's probably going to be, there's a lot of them that are telling, there's more. They said call in, like, parties to case represented by an attorney should contact their attorney immediately to request a continuance or to appear by phone. Parties not represented by attorneys should follow the instructions below to request a continuance or request to appear by phone. If you are on bond, you will need to obtain consent to remain on bond from your bondsman and have it filed with the court within 24 business hours of your court date. Consent may be emailed to. For probationaries, call your probation officer directly. Witness subpoenaed in a case, please contact the attorney or party issuing the subpoena. Juror summoned to report for jury duty, please submit postponement request as soon as possible and we will reschedule your jury service. Those with a collection or payment matter can call such and such, leave a message. Updates on the 4th Judicial Court operations will be posted here. So they give a so it's pretty straightforward right now. They're putting court on hold, which is going to affect that speedy trial thing. It's not going to affect everyone's, and they may put people in, they're looking at all of that stuff because they're going to hold those as much as they can. And so the next trial date is not until that's her next appearance date. It's just a court date. It's not a trial date yet. Probably will be postponed because now they can postpone it on Tisha's case. They'll probably postpone that out. A lot of them are going to get rescheduled because of this. And so it's just going to push things out. Minor traffic offenders are going to get off, which is cool. People will get tickets dismissed, all that stuff. Yeah, so then it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting on some cases that they've postponed out to see how speedy trial. That's just one little loophole. There are other things that could come into play with different trials, sentencing, people not getting sentenced out. I start thinking about the people in jail. Like, what if KK got the 19 virus, the Corona 19 virus, whatever? I think about those people locked in jail right now, freaking out. So, hey, just a quick shorty. Thinking about what's happening with this and how it affects the true crime community. It gives me something else to talk about because I'm actually dealing with things around our city and that are being affected, trying to figure out how are we going to deal with this just in a local community. On a national scale, it's going to affect the community a lot, but even on the judicial system, the court system is going to be affected by this virus. I'm still shopping local Cafe Leo today for a hot love and a meeting with some locals, but it's going to affect the community. KK needs to stay in jail. Our India man, when the casinos close, it's bad, right? I know that the government's trying to say, hey, look, we'll figure this out. Couple, 3 weeks, 14 weeks, I don't have the virus, but I knew somebody's going to say something if I coughed. Got some cayenne pepper in here. Somebody said, "Oh, Dad with the phone is live and they're calling me." Hello?
Yeah, with all this going on, I just started thinking about something. If there's more missing children, that come up during all this coronavirus, the shutdown of everything and the distancing yourself from 6 feet, is this going to affect any search parties that may be needed to find any children that come up missing?
Absolutely. No, this would absolutely. I thought about this, like if somebody was planning a murder and you murdered,
yes,
if you murdered,
if
you murdered someone today and nobody heard from you for 14 days, nobody's even going to care.
Nobody would even think anything of it.
Yeah, they're like they went into quarantine or they've been, and so no, I've been thinking about what happens. So that's why you got to stay connected with your family and the people you love. You got to make some extra phone calls.
That's right.
Yeah, so no, it's a crazy deal. And with kids that go missing during this time is going to be a wild ride as well.
Yeah, this. In all honesty, and yes, this coronavirus is serious. Please take it. I want everybody to take it so serious. But at the same time, you've got all these criminals out here and these lurkers that may have just be sitting at home going, you know what, now's my chance. I went to Walmart the other day, Saturday, as a matter of fact, and then I went down the road to another store to try to get some meat. I got out of my truck. I have an open bed truck. And as I was walking into this second store, there was a group of people staring. I mean, they just came to a complete halt and started staring at the bed of my truck, at the groceries that I had in there. And I looked back at right before I went in the door, and they were just staring me down. So I didn't even go in that second store, and I was out by myself. I had to return to my truck, and I mean, they still were just all gathered up by my truck. So I mean, it's not even safe, like, to be. It's just getting crazy, and to the point where I mean, I'm beginning to wonder if the population in general, the panicky ones, are going to be there. I think they're going to be worse than this disease is.
Oh yeah, no. You hope not. We hope not. We hope that people
I do really, really hope not. But from what I'm seeing where I live, people are starting to act crazy, and it's just scary that we live in a world like that, where you can't walk into a store without worrying that people are going to steal what you have. But like I said, my main concern was just thinking about all these people that could be sitting at home going, you know what, now's time to use my twisted mind and go do the thing I've been wanting to do forever in the back of my crazy head and possibly get away with it. And that scares the crap out of me.
Whew, I know. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about that evil. I feel like, but I understand where that thought comes from for sure. I understand. So
just everybody keep your guard up, keep that one eye open, and just, I mean, I hate to say it, you know, I hate that we're even in this kind of situation right now. But I mean, the fact is we are, and everybody just needs to keep their guard up, you know, more than usual, because things are getting to the point where you just have to. You have to.
I'm with you. Hey, well, thanks for giving me a call in.
And thank you for taking my phone call. You're awesome, man.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Never know what's gonna happen. She just played right in. She didn't even know. She cared. Man, stay chill, folks. Stay chill. I don't know if we should open this up for phone calls. We'll be going all day. Locked and loaded. I ain't gonna lie. I told Nikki, I said, you better get that little sidearm. If you're gonna go out camp, you can go out hiking. Oh man, you gotta stay calm. You gotta stay calm. Don't let fear run you. Talk to your neighbors. Don't freak out. Don't start treating people crazy. I bet they did have some fist fights over toilet paper. Stupid. The whole toilet paper thing is funny to me in a sense that I think somebody that was almost like a 4chan thing. If y'all know what 4chan is, they like pull these massive pranks sometimes. And like it was like something that was started on 4chan or Reddit, and then it just took off. Like, get your toilet paper. And it was like everybody hoards and buys toilet paper all over the world. Can you imagine whoever makes Charmin just raped? They're raping. They're like getting this economy boost. That's what I looked at it as. I was like, they just emptied every grocery store in America. That has to boost the economy. That's got to shoot some numbers through the roof, right? But when they were buying the toilet paper, it was somebody convinced them to spend their hard-earned money, their cash money, on poop paper, on shit paper, on paper that's going to go down the toilet. You're basically flushing your cash down the toilet. Eventually, you're going to flush you do that, but whatever. I guess toilet paper is still going to be useful when this whole thing's over with. So people will just have a lot of toilet paper. So no worries. I ain't going to lie. There's like 6 rolls in the house. I got 5 people who live here. I might have stashed a roll just for the extra case. Like maybe stashed 1 roll just in case when it all gone in the house. And then I'm like, but there's 1 roll left. Now we got to go get toilet paper. Just so you know, Charmin be making it. We should buy into Charmin stock. Too late. Oh, man. Old socks. That's nasty. That's what my wife told my kids. I'm going to put all the old rags, then you're going to just put them in this box and we're going to wash them. I guess it's not nasty. If we did cloth diapers, I guess that's just as nasty. The trickle-down effect, the vibration. They vibrated this thing on the right wavelength to affect everyone. There's no doubt. Everyone is affected. Not one person in America will not be affected by the fallout of the virus, whether it be sickness or the economy. Just nobody. There's just nobody that's not going to be affected. So hang on. This is bigger than any collapse. The economic down is going to be down. I'm going to stay on the air as long as I can. This is listener-supported radio. If you want to give to the bucket below, boom. That's how you can make sure my internet bill's paid. Thanks for watching Dad with a Phone. The court systems are closed. Closed to the public. Closed to the public. I'm out.